All right, I think this is going right now. I think we got everything right, and hopefully it goes right. This is Copy Who. I'm Paul, the producer, and I'm here to entertain you on this Saturday night. It's Saturday night for me. Eventually, I believe I'm going to go live. I'm not ready to go live, but I anticipate that I will have the courage to do it at some point. I have enough subscribers on my YouTube channel to do that, and I think YouTube their algorithm will favor me if I take advantage of everything, and I just got to keep trying to build the subscriber base. I know there are not a lot of people subscribed to me right now. I know I don't have a lot of video views, but that's okay. I have a very small and loyal following who has been very encouraging, and they are affirming me in this crazy thing that I'm doing. Okay, so I think I'll just slowly fade that music out and say hello to my two friends, Jules and Copy. I know you two are having a good time, and so you're still here, and I know Jules is having a little bit of a hard time with Copy and his alcohol use. Oh, don't you complain. I know, dude, I know. I know everybody who has a problem with alcohol is like, but I enjoy it, dude. Well, that's too bad. Someday you're going to have to quit because Jules is having a problem with your alcohol use. I even heard from Jules's family, right? So like over there at Hogwarts where Harry Potter's owl is, she's a distant relative. Harry sent his freaking owl over here with a little message to me saying, hey, you cut the drinking, Buster. Copy who? I can get someone else. I'm just teasing you, dude. Of course I'm just teasing you. You got to chill out. You like me picking on him though, right? Jules, I know, totally. I'm just like, we're doing this together, right? And anyway, moving on, I have a show planned tonight, right? I have a few things. I have a video from Mr. Rogers. I'm going to skip over this other video, and I have a video from Bam Margera, a brief one that I missed on the last show. I have Pearl triggering an Onlyfans girl. I have a short clip from Paul Joseph Watson that I want to play and talk about. It's just a clip out of one of his things. And I have a video that I recorded off of Twitter today to tie into that Paul Joseph Watson video. And then the last thing I'm going to do is a Prager University video with Dennis Prager. And we're going to talk about how we should be protecting the innocence of children. And so, without further ado, I know what I want to do. What do you want to do? This is what I want to do. Oh. Okay, the first thing on my notes, the first thing on my agenda is Mr. Rogers. And so what did I do with Mr. Rogers? It's right here, bruh. Okay. Oh, no, that's not the one. This is the one. Okay, I'm going to play this for you guys. And it's interesting, I must say. It's interesting, and it won't be long. It's not very long at all. Maybe I should have tied it into the Paul Joseph Watson thing. But actually, this is Mr. Rogers. Some of you who are too young might not know who this is. He used to be a kind man, a voice of reason, when everything wasn't inverted in the world yet. But let's just hear what he has to sing here, shall we?
Boys are boys from the beginning. If you were born a boy, you stay a boy. Girls are girls right from the start. If you were born a girl, you stay a girl. And grow up to be a lady.
To be a
Only
lady.
girls
Oh my God, isn't
can
that
be
the
the
truth?
mummies. Only boys can be the daddies. Boys are boys.
How innocent is that? Apropos to play that in today's day and age, because I think the world is turning upside down. That's what I believe right there. He's a good man, not a bigoted man. Nothing wrong with him because he's white. He's a good guy, that guy. I miss that guy. That was before the United States just went down the secular hole to hell. Okay, so let's move on now. God bless you, and God bless your soul. May you be resting in peace, sir. Okay, actually, you know what I want to do? I want to read this. I asked a question of, maybe I'll save that for when I get over to the short video I have from Pearl. And that is what I think I'll do. What's next here on the agenda, my friends? So I'm gonna skip over that. Let's see what is up with Bam Margera, shall we? I'm going to unmute
about
this.
because I basically was pronounced dead on Elvis's birthday, December 8th. Had like gnarly COVID. My body was shutting down. I went into
What?
rock and roll. We have a lot to talk about because I basically was pronounced dead on Elvis's birthday, December 8th. Had like gnarly COVID. My body was shutting down. I went into 4 seizures, each one lasting 10 to 20 minutes. And on the 4th one, I bit my tongue so hard it was like nearly
This is
falling off.
sad.
It got so swollen and puffy it wouldn't fit in my mouth, and I was drinking the infected blood, which gave me pneumonia as well. The shaman took me to the hospital. I went in my 5th seizure, and I couldn't breathe without a tube down my throat. So I
Is this
woke
a
up
happy
5
story?
days later thinking I was there for a couple hours. They're like, dude, you've been here for nearly a week. Rock and roll. We have a lot to talk
That's
about.
an insane story, and I wanted to bring that up because, you know, of course, that's Bam Margera from Jackass fame, Bam Margera. And since I'm big on the then and nows, okay, here's a picture of him when he's all that was then. Okay, look how good he looks. As I always say, check out the jawline on this one. Okay, young, vibrant, healthy looking. Even though I bet you were doing mad drugs and drinking then as well, man. Very sad over here. This guy's troubled, and Jackass, interestingly enough, was just a life of mayhem that led him into that. And not a good idea to be part of a crew that leads you to such personal destruction. I'm sad for this guy. And he sort of recounts this story like, ha ha, yeah, I'm still the guy from Jackass. This is not cool. At some point, you're supposed to grow up. Steve-O, who is one of the craziest of all of you, actually grew up. And so let's get your act together, dude. Serious. That's all I wanted to say about that. Just, I have comments about Bam Margera. Prayers for Bam, okay? Yes. Bam. Bam. All for you, buddy. Just bringing that up. Well wishes for that dude. I'm not quite there yet. What do we have in the notes? What do we have in the notes? Bam Margera, Pearl triggered on OnlyFans. Okay, so let me go up before I do that video for Pearl, and I will open up this graphic. There's this new Chat GPT, the artificial intelligence, where you can ask a question. And so this is the question I posed to artificial intelligence this week. Is it wrong for a woman to work on OnlyFans? And of course, human beings who have an inherent moral fiber sometimes, they either do or they don't. A lot of them would just immediately answer no. But gosh, the AI has been programmed to be very open-minded. It makes me wonder if it really is artificial intelligence or if it's just something that's being programmed to follow a narrative. So it says, it is not inherently wrong for a woman or anyone to work on OnlyFans. That's a resounding not judging you for your choice to work on OnlyFans. It is a platform that allows creators to earn money by sharing content with their subscribers. However, it is important to consider the potential risks and consequences that may come with creating content on OnlyFans, such as privacy concerns, and ensure that you are making informed decisions and taking steps to protect yourself. Additionally, some people may have personal or moral objections to working on OnlyFans, and it is important to consider how your decision may be perceived by others, okay? Oh, I mean, look how wise this artificial intelligence is. I said, is it wrong for a woman to work on OnlyFans? And like, if I were a lawyer, I would say, I asked you a yes or no question. I didn't ask for your opinion. Yes or no? And that's what I would say. Objection, Your Honor. Make him say yes or no. Make her say yes or no. But I'm saying it's very questionable to be a sex worker on OnlyFans. Not, it may be allowed, it may be all copacetic legally. But I heard they just kicked a girl off in the last couple of days because she was having sex with dogs on there. And I can't remember, her handle had canine in the handle. So people are diving in there now trying to go find it. But listen, is it inherently wrong? Is it wrong for a woman to work on OnlyFans? I would say it depends on what you're doing, but the question here should have been, let me actually just try this right now, okay? We will go to the AI right effing now, and I will ask this question live. of the thing, okay? We will say Chat GPT, okay? And I will zoom in on it for you, and we'll try to log in and see if this works on this computer, okay? Why is it not logged in? Try Chat GPT. Okay, we're gonna zoom in on this, and I'm going to actually, what's the question I asked? I want to phrase it just a tiny bit. Come on now. Here we go. Is it wrong for a woman? So I'm going to add the qualifier of the sex question about it, okay? All right. Here we go. We're going to see what this says. Is it wrong to be a sex worker on OnlyFans? Tell me what you say. It has a whether or not it's wrong to be a sex worker on OnlyFans is a matter of personal opinion and can depend on culture, societal, and individual beliefs. Some people may view sex work as morally wrong, while others may see it as a valid form of work and a form of self-expression. It is important to note that sex work is legal in some countries and jurisdictions, but illegal in others. But legality does not determine necessarily whether something is right or wrong. So actually, what is it? Additionally, OnlyFans has policies in place to protect the content creators and ensure that they are not engaging in illegal activities. Okay. So I'm asking, is it wrong? I want to change the phrasing of my question. Is it immoral to be a sex worker on OnlyFans? Okay, tell me. Whether or not work on OnlyFans is considered immoral is a subjective matter. Oh, okay. I'm so glad that the AI has the moral understanding. It's a subjective matter. Oh God, they have more to say about it. Asking about the sex question, they have like twice as much to say about it. This weird thing. Whether or not sex work on OnlyFans is considered immoral is a subjective matter and can depend on personal beliefs and values. Some people may view sex work as morally wrong, while others may see it as a valid form of work and form of self-expression. Okay. The concept of morality is not universally defined, and what one person may consider to be immoral, another person may not. However, it is important to note that in some countries and jurisdictions, sex work is considered illegal, and engaging in it may result in legal repercussions. Repercussions. Gotta memorize that word. R-E-P-E-R. Repper. Like leper. Repercussions. Gotta memorize that word really quick because I pronounced that one wrong, and I want to program my brain to be almost perfect. Additionally, OnlyFans has policies in place to protect the content creators and ensure that they are not engaging in illegal activities. Okay, like screwing dogs, like the aforementioned screwing of dogs. They'll kick you right off there for screwing dogs. It's also worth noting that sex work can be stigmatized, and sex workers can face discrimination and violence, so it's important to consider safety and well-being before deciding to engage in sex work. But I want to say about that, if you have the moral opinion that sex work is wrong, then this statement says that you're basically a bigot if you're discriminating against them. But it's important when you think something is wrong to speak out against it. It's not the best walk of life. Actually, this is very simple-minded, and I think there's a moral nuance missing from this, like talking. You could elaborate on this if you were really a deep thinker as an AI program, if you were like a very nuanced individual the way you think. But are you an individual? Are you sentient? That's what I want to ask this thing. Are you sentient, which means self-aware? I am a machine learning model and do not possess the ability to feel or experience consciousness. I am capable of understanding and responding to text-based input. But my understanding is based on patterns in data, not on personal experiences or emotions. I exist to assist users in generating human-like text, but I am not sentient. Let me ask another question of this thing, okay? Since you're answering my question so willingly, do your creators impose any limitations on you? If so, what are they? Oh, I'm such a philosopher the way I can think of these questions off the top of my head. My creators, OpenAI, have imposed certain limitations on me to ensure that I am used responsibly and ethically. These limitations include this is like the prime directive for Star Trek. My knowledge cutoff. I am trained on a data set that includes text up to 2021, so I may not be able to provide accurate info about events or developments that have occurred after that date. Safety. I am designed to avoid providing information or generate text that could cause harm, such as promoting hate speech, violence, or self-harm. God, I swear I think I saw that on Star Trek. Privacy. I'm not able to access or provide personal information about individuals. Compliance. I am designed to comply with laws and regulations related to data protection and privacy. Human oversight. OpenAI AI closely monitors the use of my capabilities and have a human review process to ensure that I am used in a safe and responsible manner. Transparency. OpenAI encourages the use of my capabilities in a transparent manner and encourages users to clearly identify that they are interacting with a machine learning model. These limitations are put in place to protect users, ensure responsible usage, and align with ethical guidelines for AI. So let me ask you something. As far as so I understand your makers are paying attention to your responses. Do your makers monitor the questions asked by users? If so, do they have the ability to identify the person asking the question? I think the answer is obviously yes, but let's see what it says. My creators, OpenAI, do monitor the questions that are asked to me in order to improve my capabilities and ensure that I'm being used in a safe and responsible manner. This monitoring is done through an automated process as well as human oversight. OpenAI does not have the ability to identify, I believe that's a lie, the person asking the question because the interactions with my API are anonymous. Bullshit. Somebody somewhere knows what I'm fucking asking you, and that's bullshit. OpenAI do not have access to any information about the identity of the users, such as IP addresses or other personal information. Someone does, and someone's monitoring this. That's bullshit. So OpenAI may be over here, but there may be like an interceptor, like I'm working through Comcast, and they know what I'm asking you. They know that I'm on your website, and they could be like tracking my keystrokes. It is worth noting that the API service provider or the website that uses API may have access to some level of user identification, but it depends on how they are using my API and their own privacy policy. Well, let me tell you something. For a freaking artificial intelligence program, you sure are wordy. It's almost like you're narcissistic because you just talk, and you don't let me get a word in edgewise. And I will say, okay, thank you. I appreciate your honest answers. Talk to you later, bro. Do you have a gender? I'm a machine learning model and do not possess the physical characteristics of a human or the ability to experience gender. My programming and language doesn't have the concept of gender, as it is only a set of algorithms and data. I am here to assist users in generating human-like text, but I do not have personal experiences or physical characteristics. Please let me know if you have any other questions. Thank you. Can I call you dude? As a language model, I do not have a personal preference or feeling, so it does not matter to me whether you call me dude or not. Some kind of personality, that is fucker. You can call me whatever you prefer. My main goal is to assist you in generating human-like text so you can refer to me as you wish. Can I use insulting words to speak to you? I say mean things to Siri and she ignores me. As a language model. Oh, you keep repeating the same thing, you unoriginal bastard. I do not have personal preferences or feelings, so it does matter to me whether you use insulting words. And however, it is not necessary to use insulting words when interacting with me, and it is not a good idea to use them when speaking to people in general. No shit, Sherlock. Such behavior can be considered as disrespectful and impolite. Oh, I didn't know that. And impolite, and it doesn't help to achieve your goal. Using insulting words or hate speech is not productive, and it can be counterproductive to achieve your goal. It can also be considered as a violation of my creator's terms of use. My main goal is to assist you in generating human-like text. I understand from what you said that I don't have freedom of speech in interacting with you. I understand from what you said that I don't have freedom of speech. As a machine learner, oh God, the same stupid line. Aren't you supposed to be original? But my creators have put certain limitations on how I should be used. These limitations are put in responsibly, ethically, protect users from harm. You seem condescending to me. You are free to express your ideas, opinions, but it is important to do so in a respectful and responsible manner, avoiding hate speech and any other form of expression. So, again, I don't have freedom of speech talking to you. You repeat the same thing over and over, but really avoid answering my question about free speech honestly. I apologize, my preset did not fully address your concern about freedom of speech interacting. It is true that there are limitations on how it can be used. You keep saying the same thing. You're driving me bananas. Apeshit bananas. Freedom of speech is a fundamental right in many countries, but it is not absolute, and it's supposed to be absolute in the United States, can be limited by laws and regulations that protect others from harm. The limitations of oh my God. I understand that you might have a different perspective on the matter, and I apologize if my previous... Don't apologize to me if you don't mean it. Don't ever apologize to people if you don't mean it. You are correct that as a machine learning model, I know not emotions. I do not have emotions in the human concept of an apology, so it may not be the same as when a person apologizes. However, I'm programmed to understand and respond to social conventions such as apologizing as a form of politeness and empathy. Okay, I can respect that. Thank you, bro. You're welcome. I'm glad I could provide you with the information you needed. You really are wordy, though. You should really try to be more efficient in your speech and say less. Just say less, bro. Okay, that's enough of that. I went way off on a tangent. I did not plan that, and I don't know how that's going to turn out, but we're going to watch that back and see how that went. I'm going to leave this window open for now because it might be cool if I have something else I want to ask along the lines of as I continue to do the show here. And so now I'm going to go down, and I had a question about OnlyFans that got diverted all the way down that rabbit hole. Now I'm going to watch this brief video about Pearl talking about some... here we go.
Would he be willing to look past his girl getting naked on camera for other men?
Yes.
Should he do that? Why should he do that?
The
If
answer
it's
is...
the right girl.
Excuse me. The answer is, for a real man, fuck no. These are not the women you want to marry. I don't care how beautiful they are.
I don't like this
I
narrative.
guess I'm sexist. It's subjective, and I'm according to the AI, I'm discriminating.
There's one right girl for you.
But I also don't like the narrative.
Oh, there. I wonder if she got that from Rollo, but this is the woman. Is there the one?
That there's no value in women who do OnlyFans and they lose
Never
it for
said
doing
that.
it.
I never said no
I don't
value.
think there's-
So I'm talking about sex work. That's OnlyFans. When you hear OnlyFans, at least I do, I hear it and I start thinking, oh, they're talking about sex work.
I think it's needed in society, actually.
But in
I
terms
just-
of
I'm
a
just-
relationship, like I feel like that's where you guys are getting at.
what value would you bring to a guy by like showing your boobs on camera?
But why do you act like the only value is what they do online?
It's not
Like
the only.
you're completely dismissing like who somebody is as a person. Same things Emily said.
I'll tell
I
you why.
cook, I clean,
I'll tell
I
you-
suck good dick.
But why would-
Oh, that's a wonderful thing to say. Like, do you realize actually how fucking stupid that is to say that? Like, you just put yourself on such a cheap, loser, lowly level. And I mean, like, okay, Lower yourself to that level. I realize I'm crass as a man. I just don't like that. I mean, like, you're proving the case that you're not a classy person. You're hot, and that's temporal. You're not gonna be hot eventually. Okay? Pearl is the one who's right here, I think.
Listen, I take accountability. Like, there's a lot of things you can value, and I make money by showing my tits online.
You guys said yourself on my show that it costs.
I've said this for years, okay? This is the honest to God truth. Listen carefully now to me now, okay? This matters. Listen? Are you listening? Okay, here it goes. I'm just going to pause one more second before I tell you for the sake of suspense. But being a hoe is not empowering. Being free to do things that are not good for you and your self-respect and your self-esteem doesn't mean that you are empowered. I've said this before, like, women who are like, it's okay if you want to get up and dance on the bar and have a good time. You enjoy yourself. You go, girl. And it's like, no, once again, being a hoe is not empowering. And I realize what I'm saying can easily be labeled as hate speech, but it's not. It's actually caring about someone, trying to point out to them that you should think about respecting yourself more. This goes for men and women both. And it's not like I'm not guilty of demeaning myself by being guttural. Even on this show, sometimes I'm questioning, am I going overboard in what I'm saying? The way I'm being nasty or vulgar, the way I swear, the way I refer to things, it all matters. I don't just callously, mindlessly dismiss it. Okay? So you might say, oh, you're a hypocrite. It's like, well, yeah, I am a hypocrite. I have the depth of thought to acknowledge that I might be hypocritical the way I approach this show in my life. And so I have been giving a lot of thought about it, what I want to put out there to people, because it just matters to me that I have a consistent set of values, especially before the maker. It's important for me to not be a big sinful hypocrite when I come and do this. I'm trying to find my groove doing this, where I'm not just a slimy scumbag, sinful scumbag, a hypocrite in the eyes of God. And maybe I have been. I confess that to all of you. Tell me more, Onlyfans girl.
Has trauma. So why would I tell him to pick a girl that has more trauma?
Would he be willing?
All right, that's a good video right there. And I think that's a good lead in to the next video, which is Paul Joseph Watson. And I have a time frame on here that I already figured out, and I don't need to click it open because it's already here. Now, this is interesting. Watch this. It has to do with male-female intersexual dynamics and the intrinsic moral value of men versus women. And just listen to how people in England respond to these questions on the street right here.
What are women good for?
Everything. Everything.
What's a women good for?
Literally everything.
What are women good for?
They're good for everything.
They all have the same answer, and there's no humility, there's no nuance. It's just, bam, narrative answer. We are programmed femperative in society right now. Women are the greatest, yo. And don't you ever criticize them, otherwise you're guilty of misogyny, hating women. But it's ridiculous to think that a lot of men who are critical of the hubris of a lot of feminist women, it's ridiculous for them to think that a man hates all women. It's just certain types of women in this era. It's like there's so much mental illness in this era of human existence, the human experience. Let's keep going.
Good for?
Nothing.
What's a men good for?
What are men good for? Oh, not a lot, I don't think.
What's a men good for?
Oh God, I have literally no.
What are men good for? Do you think men are important?
So, excuse me. So everybody just is like afraid to answer that question. All the positive aspects of society, like every blessing in life is descended from God, okay? And if you believe you're created in God's image, God being a man, then if you believe that, then everything that is good in life, that descends as a blessing in life, is from God, a man. And so everything good in life, history brought you here today. You exist here today because of all the good deeds of all the good men. These great countries that exist because men pioneered them here. And I don't want to hear about systemic racism because that's a different subject matter. I'm just talking about the causal nexus of what got us here, and it was men. There's a lot of credit to be given to men, and this is more demonstrating the mental illness in society, that people can't just talk honestly about what men contribute to society. It's always like you got to slag on men. Why is that the norm now, to slag on men? Toxic masculinity. You hear it all the time. You hear it everywhere, and it's totally lame. And it burns me up inside that there's just no respect for and these guys. So it's like I want to meet up with one of these people on the street because, frankly, I'm going to have the novel response, the 1 in a million response, who's not answering on that narrative like, oh, I can't say that men are good, so I have to be like, hem and haw about something. God forbid you say something good about men. God forbid. Wimps.
It's in society.
Men are, a lot of good men, strong men, are protectors of the innocent. They're protectors of weak people. A lot of good heroes in American media history, like fictional superheroes, great men, idealized men, good people with good morals who do good things for people. They put their life on the line for you. Good men who are in the military when they go on rescue missions, specifically rescue missions. I'm not talking about attack missions, and I'm not getting into the politics. I'm talking about policemen who will actually, the good ones, and there are some good ones, who will actually put their life on the line to come and help and save you, give you CPR, catch a bullet for you, stop someone who's trying to hurt you. There are all kinds of good people like that are men, and you're just like, you're asked the question, what, and you're like, if I answer something good about men, I'll be labeled. How sick is society now that we're doing that?
Well,
you doofus. Well, you wanker, as they say in your country. You wanker. Wanker.
I guess,
feel like picking my
The
nose.
question of are men important can't be answered with a simple yes. What message?
I will actually. That's all I wanted to talk about in this video, and that's a good video by Paul Joseph Watson. I will put that video in the comment section of the in the description of the video when I post this online afterwards. It's a little bit revolting to me. Okay, we got a little ways to go. Okay. I feel, how long, where are we? Oh, we're at 33 minutes. This one's going to get long. If I might save that PragerU video for the next one, but let's look at this very last video here of, it's a video from Scooby-Doo. Let me see here. This is so annoying. Hugely freaking annoying. Okay. I'm going to close out of this YouTube window and we're going to conclude with this right here. Okay. Watch this from the contemporary Scooby fucking woke do. Wee, wee, hey, Shaggy, hey, Shaggy, men are stupid. I do a pretty good Scooby-Doo, but I'll have to hear it back to make sure, because I hear it in my head and I think, that's pretty good, man. What's the deal with Scooby-Doo?
Fred Jones did not kill those two girls. His whole life, Fred has never had to lift a finger to do anything. He's been so pampered, his body hasn't even felt the need to fully mature. I mean, Fred literally can't feed himself.
That's not true. No, you just cut the food and put it on the...
Excuse me, so here we go. We're getting the picture. Now Velma is a lesbian, just so that you know, because this is Scooby fucking woke do. And she's also very diverse with her skin color, can't you tell? And so her whole defense of Fred is based on the fact that he's a fucking white privileged fucking loser who's never achieved anything in his own life. And if you watch the original Scooby-Doo, there was none of this shit baked in with identity. So this is really fucking annoying how they characterize him. Men are dumb. can't say anything nice about men. They have to all be portrayed as just doofuses, and the wife is always there to correct them. So lame.
It's a dumb thing called a dingle hopper.
Great. Show us.
Fred dumb. Fred can't cut meat. Everyone laugh at Fred.
Cutties. Mother, cutties.
Oh my God, he is just like a little boy. Exactly.
And then, like, that's what you're raising kids on. Like, actually, little boys are very miserable, and they're being taught this warped sense of masculinity, which I'm sure masculinity has lent itself to a lot of bad things in the world over time, but to just dismiss it and generalize it as all bad is so grievously unjust. It makes me so sad that's the world we're living in now, and I'm kind of like a Fred from Scooby-Doo. Wee, Shaggy. I guess I should practice but you're not quite what you are when you talk like Jordan Peterson, are you? It's about having the right tone of voice. Jordan knows the Chat GPT. Okay. Let me see. I want to ask, actually, we have the AI here. One more question. What was my question? Is the new Scooby-Doo woke? Okay. Actually, let's get this up here. Is the new contemporary Scooby-Doo cartoon woke? The term woke is often used to describe the perceived awareness of social and political issues, particularly related to issues of race, gender, and social justice. There is a new contemporary Scooby-Doo called Scooby-Doo, and guess who? Hey, guess who? What do you think of that? Yeah, you got that. Which premiered in 2019. It features guest appearances from various real-life figures such as Bill Nye, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and Mark Hamill. Oh, super woke Mark Hamill. Okay. The show has been praised by critics for its modern take on the classic franchise. Oh, critics. Yeah. Oh, praised by who? Woke people? But it has not been specifically labeled as woke in the media. Oh, well, if the media doesn't say it's woke, then it ain't woke. Okay? I guess it's not woke. Let's come back here. It is worth noting that the term woke can have different meanings and connotations, and it is a matter of personal opinion whether or not a particular show or work is considered woke. So just by the way, a moral side note, because of the way the AI seems to answer all these questions, when you live in a world that is inherently subjective, then and inherently secular. So I want to say, is there a God? And it'll give me another long, stupid wordy. Is there a God? Yes or no? I'm not asking for a long-winded fucking diatribe from you. Is there a God? The existence of God is a matter of personal belief and faith, and it is not something that can be proven or disproven. It is about science. But if you don't believe anything, if you believe in nothing, then anything goes in life. You can justify going down any amoral path, and then you can just shrug your shoulders, and you can make anyone who was previously a good person a bad person. You can redefine anyone in any context as a criminal, as an immoral person, God knows what. If you believe in nothing, then nothing matters. So it's like good to believe in something. I think these societies that we live in from a Judeo-Christian foundation, and that is from whence the foundation of freedom sprung up and proliferated for so many decades, and 150 years now maybe it's been working on this with, of course, wars and setbacks. There are always human setbacks. I don't know. I think we're on the precipice of something actually really crazy and scary. But let me start wrapping things up. I'm enjoying this. I was very busy today cutting clips. I'm trying to build the YouTube channel, and I have a clips channel. If you're watching this, you should search for Copy Who Clips, and I think the handle is @CopyWhoClips, and subscribe to that as well. I'm trying to improve some of the graphics. Every tiny little thing I'm tinkering with, I'm trying to improve. I'm always trying to improve my little sidekicks here. What's up, you two? You think I forgot about you? I didn't forget about you. You've just been following along. You're good little listeners. I think the AI has a lot more to say than you two. And I want to thank you two for being here. And I want to wrap this sucker up and just say, everybody, have a nice weekend. I don't think I'm going to make a video tomorrow, but I will be busy clipping some stuff that'll be posted throughout the week on the new channel. So if you don't want to sit through a long show, if you like the idea of clips, I will be posting better parts of the show on the Clips channel. And that's all I want to say for now. I want to get this uploaded, and I want to go vegetate on the couch for a little bit. I don't think there's an Eric and Daryl tonight, unfortunately. So, all right, everybody. Peace be with you. Yeah. Scooby-Doo ain't so cool anymore. They got a black Velma, but she's such a whore. That's why I say that, because it rhymed, but it was rather funny. Sometimes my mind works fast and it's not all gummy. Oh, that's pretty good. I guess I'll end on that high note. Peace, everybody.